Hi there, my name is Marc and I'm 18 years old and I just finished school at St. John's. I was really lucky. I was born into a Christian home and I was born with 3 friends almost the same age as me, and they all started this church together that my parents were a part of. So I was really lucky. I grew up with 3 friends who were like-minded and they were also, keen after God. So I've been a Christian for 14 years now, and when I was 4 I was in Sunday school or church, children's church, and I was just really thinking about, God loves me. Well, that's what the man who was talking about. He's like, God loves you and he wants the best for you and he has a plan for you. And I was thinking, wow, he has a plan for me. So Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and to give you a future, a hope in a future." And I always thought, wow, for me, someone who maybe doesn't even like God, and he has a plan for me. So I was with my friend Kim and we were both 4 years old, and the guy was like, "If you want this God to be a part of you, come to the front." And we looked at each other and we're like, let's do this. So since then I've been really lucky. I've had Kim and I've had Jack and I've had Kyle and I've had Callum. And growing up, I really love sport and I really love playing sport. And through that I knew that God had a plan for me to meet people in the future through playing sport. So I went to junior school, I went to Sharon, which was a really small school, and I met this great guy called Callum, and we were like-minded. We just love playing sport and we love being around each other. And even today he's one of my closest friends, just because we played sport together and just because we were able to chat and grow together. So Callum and I, we met when we were 6 and we're still best friends now. But then when it came to choosing high school, which I was 12 years old, and that was, it's quite a big thing, where you're going to go, which school you're going to go to. And through grade 5, 6 and 7 we're all like, we're going to Hellenic, we're going to do this together. Even my parents were like, maybe Hellenic is the right place for you. But I felt God saying, I think St. John's is going to be your place. St. John's is the right place. And I was always thinking, God, but all my friends are going to Hellenic, I don't know if I'll know anyone. But turns out, I went to St. John's, and now walking through the gates in Form 1, it's like a seriously scary thing, but I knew God had a plan for me and he had a purpose for me being there, so it was fine. I was able to just walk in there like, this is where I'm going to be, and this is what God has for me. So I went to I went on Zam Holes when I was 15 years old, and I really got filled with the Spirit, and I really realized what God has for me and what God wants for me. And there I just, I grew in my faith. I was able to chat to people about God. I learned about his character. Even though I was a Christian already for some years, I still hadn't grown. I was still growing. I still wanted to know him more. And since I came back from this camp, I've just had this passion and this warmth about me, and wherever I go I know that I'm there for a reason, and it gives me a purpose, and it gives me, God feels like God gives me warmth and he gives me energy, and I'm so thankful for that. I've never really doubted the call of God in my life, and he's always been there for me, always helping me, and I love chatting to him. I love growing with him. I love having fun with him, really. God is actually so fantastic, where people will say, oh, it's just a coincidence that happened. But when you know that God's on your team and he has a plan for you, all you can do is sit there and smile. So when I was 16, I have this really crazy story. It was my birthday, and I was going to play tennis. I was playing tennis against another school, and I sat down to unpack my bag, put on my shirt, put on my shorts, but I couldn't find any socks. And I was like, no, come on, God, you need to help me, I need these socks. So I emptied out my bag, fully emptied it, cleaned inside out, and then I was like, oh well, there's no socks. So I put everything back in, but I didn't zip it up, and I just sat there with my hand in the bag, watching people play tennis. And then I felt something fluffy in my hand, and I pulled it out, and it was a pair of socks. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy, only God could have done that. And what's amazing about God is that he knows every detail. He knows every little thing that you need a part of your life. And at that point I needed socks, and he gave me socks. God is just so fantastic, and I can't wait to do the rest of my life with him. Thanks very much.